Greetings. We are on the first eye. I call it the first eye. It's known as the brow or the third eye chakra, but I intentionally call it first eye because I am one that always says we must continue to remember that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. So first eye should be your intuition, your highest self, your divine sight, and then comes your third dimension sight. But we'll go into that a little bit as I go into that. Just wanted to show you all my little lavender plant over there that I bought in honor of the first eye chakra, which color is purple. So I've already kind of started gathering my things about around what I'm going to use. I already kind of knew some of the things, but I did do a little bit more research so that I can share with you all. Here's my amethyst that I'll be working with. I love my little amethyst chunk because it goes perfectly on my first eye as I work. All right, so let's get right into it. Let's jump right into it. Here's the information that I found that I thought was just quite interesting. So we think about first eye, we think about, you know, highest self, definitely our intuition, psychic ability, people think about that. And, you know, the research that I did, I really saw the essence of what all that really means. And I thought it was quite beautiful. So, the third eye, or first eye, what I like to call first eye, is the seat of our intuition. It's associated with clairvoyancy. And if you don't know what clairvoyancy is, that is, clairvoyance means clear and voyance means vision. So clair means clear and voyance means vision. It's the ability to gain information about an object, person, location, or physical event through extrasensory perception. Any person who has this ability is said to be clairvoyant, one who sees clearly. So basically, in short, that's you being able to, you know, it's like you trusting your gut. Like, I had a gut feeling. Well, my intuition told me kind of things. That's all up in this region, your first eye region. It is also associated with precognition, which a lot of people call psychic ability, recognition, imagination, visualization, dreaming, and perception, which that's going to be important and something I'll talk about a little bit later. Listen to this. We are limited to seeing only the third dimension. As a baby, we were born with an ability to see multiple dimensions, but we were taught to only focus in on one dimension. That's real. You know, we are not nurtured in our spiritual being, which, you know, that should be first, because everything else works itself out and everything else is aligned with that. And when you're so focused on third dimension, the manifestation, the thing, the physical thing, then, you know, you begin to get too attached, and that causes problems in that sense. Get to know your shadow side. This was a suggestion. Get to know your shadow side as you begin to open up this third eye or first eye. It says, get to know your shadow side, which is basically your fears, because they cloud your intuition. They cause projections that may color the divine truth and will cause mistranslation based on your perspective or perception. You translate through your perspective. So self-knowledge, balance, healing of all those other chakras, right, is important so that you can accurately translate what your first eye is telling you, what your divine self is telling you. And I talked a little bit about that in the throat chakra, how because of the healing of the heart or the opening of the heart, you're better able to actually speak divine truth versus speaking something that's imbalanced because of some imbalance that you have going on in the heart chakra, which uses like sadness, fear, madness, anger, resentment, those type of things. You end up speaking less than a divine truth. So it's the same way with your first eye. You know, your intuition will be very on point, but your perception or your understanding may not be there because of other imbalances. And then it went into talk about what to do. And I'll get into that in a second. I want to read this as well because I thought this was powerful information too. It's so much in the study of it that, you know, it's so hard for me to confine it to these 10 minutes I can only do on IGTV. From the throat chakra, the vibration of sound, that's where I just came from. From the throat chakra, the vibration of sound, we move upward into the vibration of light. We travel from sound to image. So the throat chakra is sound, then you get into your intuition, image. Words are symbols for communication that comes from your throat chakra. Images are even more efficient symbols of communication. Look at that. The first eye, or sixth chakra, or third eye, is located in the forehead, the geometric center of the head between the brows. It is also referred to as the brow chakra, right? Though all of our chakra work so far has helped us, I'm reading from something that was talking about different chakra work, help us to move life forward and take control. The first eye chakra, that's where miracles and manifestations and desires are born. Some have called it the chakra of the sixth sense. The awakening of that chakra opens up to incredible gifts of what people consider to be magic. The kinds of things we believe in when we were young children before people told us they didn't exist. As a child, you were probably imaginative and sensitive, but most modern cultures don't value these sensitivities. As a people, we are taught not to pay attention to dreams, imaginations, fantasies. We're not encouraged to be imaginative or to develop intuitive thinking. We are taught that science, logic, and what we can interpret through our fifth physical sense, through our five physical senses, the third dimension, are the only measures of reality. And when as children adults contradict what we intuitively feel to be true, we become confused and begin to reject our intuitive perceptions. If that ain't true, that's word. The first eye enables us both to see with our physical eyes and see within ourselves. It offers a deep inner vision. Seeing, even in the physical sense, is about more than just looking. It is about interpreting what we see, about taking the bits of data and recognizing patterns and where they fit in the larger scheme of things. All right. As the light of consciousness shines through the window of our first eye, the images we create are passed through our other chakras on their journey to manifestation. That's that thoughts become things. When our chakras are open, the energy passes through and manifests our visions and dreams in the physical plane. In clearing this chakra, we become able to manifest material things with thoughts. However, if the lower chakras are not open and balanced, the pure image of our original vision can be distorted. Manifestation can be altered or blocked altogether by lies, damaged relationships, lack of will, stored emotions, which is all in the second chakra, and or a lack of sense of place and right to even receive. As our first eye opens, life seems to flow more easily. Things and events we've wished for seems to come to us without effort. The secret is being open to the flow of that divine spirit. All right, that's beautiful. So it's much more information to give about this chakra, mostly what I will be doing to make sure it's balanced. But let me end this video and I'll do a part 2 to this video. How do you know it is imbalanced? You suffer from insomnia, high blood pressure, anxiety, migraines. When the first eye chakra produces an excess of energy, the mind can go into overdrive. Consider how you feel after 1 too many cups of coffee. An overactive first eye chakra can make it difficult to concentrate, in some cases inducing hallucination. Listen to that. Insomnia, migraines, I mentioned that. And so I'll close this one out, and when I come back with part 2, we'll talk about how to open it up and what I'll be doing to work on that first eye chakra.